was 16th November 1998. I thought I had one more day left with my family before I leave for America. Instead, that morning I discovered my flight to America was actually the next day early morning. Within few hours, everything changed. My bags had to be packed, my relatives began arriving to wish me well. My parents struggled to hold back their tears, and before I could fully absorb what was happening, I was on my way to Bangalore airport, the old HAL airport. Little did I know this journey would teach me lessons that would stay with me for the rest of my life. Yes, sometimes the longest journey we ever take begins with a single goodbye and the courage to say yes to the unknown. Welcome to Inner Quest Healing Talks, Conversations for Stress to Bliss. I'm your host, Ravindra Murthy. Today marks the beginning of a special mini series called Lessons I Learned in America. During 4 unforgettable years between 1998 and 2002, I experienced a new culture, a new way of working, and completely different way of living. But before I share those lessons, I would like to take you back to where it all began. My very first journey to America. When I received my Air India ticket from Bangalore to New York, I assumed my flight was on the night of November 17th. Then came a first surprise. One of my friend, Nagendra, pointed out that it was an early morning flight, which meant I had to leave home on the night of November 16th. And you know what? We saw this on November 16th morning. My mother had already been emotional about me leaving India. When I told her I had to leave that very night instead of the next day, she became even more emotional. Within hours, my home was filled with relatives, cousins, neighbors, and friends who had come to wish me well. And my cousin, Anil, my brother, and my family members accompanied me to Bangalore airport. As I said goodbye, my parents' eyes were filled with tears. At that moment, I wasn't just leaving my hometown. I was leaving everything that felt familiar. I was leaving the known. So my first international adventure at the airport, another unexpected challenge awaited me. There was confusion regarding my passport's ECNR status. The immigration officer had questions, and for a few anxious minutes, I wasn't sure whether I would be allowed to travel. Fortunately, after verifying my educational qualifications, everything was cleared and I was allowed to board. I thought my worries were over. But during the flight to Bombay, a fellow passenger asked me whether my passport had received the necessary immigration stamp. I realized I had not got that stamp, and my anxiety returned. What would happen if I am not allowed to continue my journey? What will happen if somebody stops me? So all these unwanted thoughts started lingering in my mind. And when I landed in Bombay, I was looking around wondering where to go next. I had my connecting flight to New York from Bombay, the current Mumbai, and suddenly a police officer walked towards me and asked for my passport. My heart skipped a beat. After checking my passport and photograph, he simply smiled, pointed me towards the international boarding gate, and wished me. Sometimes our greatest fears disappear in just few seconds. I was relieved. After a long journey via London, the captain announced our arrival into New York. Looking through the window, all I could see were clouds. And then suddenly, the clouds parted. Below me appeared the magnificent New York skyline. It was breathtaking. It was one of those moments that remains permanently etched in my memory. I had finally reached America. After landing, I decided to change the time on my Titan watch. As I pulled the adjustment knob, it came out completely. I couldn't help but just smile. What a perfect timing. So I entered America with Indian time still showing on my watch. After clearing immigration, though it was little tensed, I was little tensed when I was facing the immigration officer for the first time in the US. And later, everything was through and I was warmly welcomed by my manager and colleague Aarti. And the first question she asked was, "Do you have a jacket?" Because I was not wearing one at that time. I confidently replied, "Yes." And she said, "Please wear it. It's cold outside. In fact, very cold compared to India." And the moment I stepped out of the airport, I experienced my first American winter. Cold, crisp, and completely different from anything I had experienced before. As we waited outside in the parking lot, a long black limousine arrived. I had never traveled in one before. Warm leather seats, a quiet cabin, and my first bottle of Snapple fruit punch. Oh, I still remember the cherry flavor. On the way, our CEO Vijay joined us and wished me, and we drove to Jersey City, where he had planned my stay with his parents for the first couple of months. And when I entered the home, they welcomed me like family, and their warmth and care made me this new country feel like home. And I still remember their hospitality and feel really thankful for those days I stayed with them. So that evening, I called my parents in India. And during those days, we did not have a telephone at our home. I used to call my neighbor's phone, my PP telephone number. How many of you remember PP telephone? In Canada, we used to mock it as Pakkad mane phone, meaning neighbor's phone. So I dialed my neighbor Ramnath and told him that I reached safely. He called my parents from the window and I spoke to them. And the first thing I wanted to tell them was to know that I reached safely. Nothing much, nothing less. I could almost feel the relief in their voices. Later, I took a day's rest, and it was on Thursday. I landed on Tuesday. Yes, Vijay and Aarti took me to the Path train station. We headed to our office, and as we crossed into Manhattan, another dream unfolded before my eyes. Yes, the Twin Towers, World Trade Center, Wall Street, the New York Stock Exchange, the towering skyscrapers, buildings I had only seen in magazines and some only heard about it. And our office was right on Wall Street, number 63 Wall Street on 24th floor. Walking into that office for the first time felt truly amazing. I met my new team, received my first compact laptop, and officially began my professional journey in America. When we stepped out of the office around 4 p.m., I was in for another surprise. I found that it was pitch dark, and that was my first lesson about winter in the northeastern United States. Even the sunset followed a different rhythm, right? So, over the next few days, I found myself noticing something new every day. Cars drove on the right side of the road. The steering was on the opposite side from what I had seen in India. The highways were wide and organized. The skyscrapers seemed to touch the clouds. Oh, and also people patiently waited for pedestrians to cross. And even something as simple as a light switch felt different. And each observation reminded me that I wasn't just visiting another country, I was learning another way of living. And each of those experiences would eventually become a lesson that shaped my thinking over the years. And those are the stories I'll be sharing with you throughout this mini series. All right, think back for a moment when you stepped into something completely unfamiliar. Have you ever experienced a moment that completely changed your perspective? Perhaps your first job, your first day at a college, or moving to a new city abroad, or starting a new chapter in life. So, how did you feel? You felt nervous, excited, curious. So, here comes the truth. Growth rarely begins inside our comfort zone. It all begins the moment we stop and get out of our comfort zone and go beyond it. Yes, every unfamiliar experience carries a hidden lesson. And the question is, are we paying attention or not? All right, I would love to hear your story. So if you have one, do share it in the comments. And if this episode brought back memories of your own journey, please share it with someone who is about to begin their journey. Okay, thank you for being with me today for the very first episode of Lessons I Learned in America. In the coming episodes, we will explore the everyday experiences that quietly transformed the way I think, from traffic discipline, the public courtesy, to resilience, gratitude, and human connection. So until next time, stay curious, stay open to learning. This is your host, Ravindra Murthy. Thank you for joining me today. Take a breath, take it slow, and remember, bliss begins within.